Louis Schwartzman, the famed nature photographer, has said that when people see his images, the thing they say most is, "Oh my God."
When people see these images, it's one common phrase over and over. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And I thought about what that means. I think the O means it makes you present.
Yes.
The my means it's connecting deep inside your soul. And God is that universal energy we all want to be connected to. And it's a common reaction every time. The jaw drops. It's like,
Oh my God.
I've had those moments. The earliest one I can remember was at my grandmother's house in Georgia. We'd sit out by our pond in the country, our clothes stained with red Georgia clay after a day of playing. As the sun went down, the crickets would begin to wail their songs and the lightning bugs would light up the sky. I caught them by the hour in mason jars, but never could bring myself to keep them. As an adult, I have that moment every time I drive along the eastern coast of Oahu in Hawaii, or when I look out at the mokes at Lanikai Beach. Just the sight of them and it pours out of me. Oh my God. I like to think of the act of living more sustainably as part of a daily spiritual practice. My sister's definitely rolling her eyes right now. Give me at least a minute before you roll yours. That isn't the official definition of sustainability, of course. It's just mine. I think the more official definition is something like living in a way that meets our needs without depleting resources for future generations. So, okay, sure, that too. But I prefer my own. I'll tell you a little story a friend recently told me that helps explain why. My friend told me that he was riding with a friend of his, an old cowboy famous on the rodeo circuit. It was late at night and this friend of mine was young and on some rant about his belief that God didn't exist because, well, just look at all the bad things that happen. He went on as young folks do, so sure as young folks are. That old cowboy listened silently for a while and then slowed his truck down, turned to my friend, looked him in the eyes and simply said, "Well, you make a fucking frog then." When I first heard that story, I thought, there it is. My spiritual and sustainability beliefs summed up in 6 of the most unexpected words. You make a fucking frog then. Huh? You might be thinking. Let me explain. I don't believe people are driven to make sustainable choices if they don't have a sense of something much bigger than themselves when they look at the world around them. I mean, fucking frogs, jellyfish, chameleons, peacocks, toucans, and tigers. Tell me what but infinite intelligence could have even dreamed those up, y'all? What else could have dreamed up oceans, mountains, rainforests, waterfalls, and deserts? What else could have created plants and trees that twist and turn and tower? That are delicate and elegant, dramatic and fierce, that surprise us and delight us? What else could have conceived of spring, summer, fall, and winter in cycles that mimic our lives? Seriously, that's like a big cosmic finger snap. Hey, are you paying attention? And what else, other than the very same creative source, could have possibly conceived of you and of me and of everybody else? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
For me, the practice of sustainability, however imperfect, is ultimately an expression of awe, appreciation, and gratitude. It's about empathy, compassion, and generosity. About a practice of connection to the world we live in and the people we share it with. Too fluffy for you? Okay, fine. When I can help it, I prefer not to be a jerk who thinks mostly of myself and takes more than I give.
Greg, would you like some grapes? Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dear.
This whole time you might have thought it was about polar bears. Those sad, scary images make most of us think, at least for a moment, that we probably need to do something. The problem is that fear and guilt don't usually motivate positive change. I guess that I should speak for myself, so I will. I generally don't find that my very best habits come when I'm frightened and ashamed. The what the hell effect suggests that I may not be alone. It was a phenomenon described by researchers studying dieting, and it's kind of about willpower. But try to stick with me on this one. Have you ever been on a diet and have a momentary lapse and eat the cupcake? Okay, fine, cupcakes. Then, before you've even finished washing it down with a big gulp of Diet Coke, you start to feel frustration and regret. Research has shown that your brain senses these emotions, the disappointment and guilt, and it quickly tries to soothe them by triggering you to do something that feels good. So you know what you do? You eat the cookies too. What the hell? You already had the cupcakes, so what does a cookie hurt? You'll start again tomorrow. What's my point? My point is just that we're unlikely to make sustainable choices, or to keep making them, from a place of fear and guilt. A little of them may be important to jolt us awake, but they aren't the place from which we take our best actions. What the hell? The problem is so big and the world is already screwed. What do my little sustainable habits matter? I'll start again tomorrow. I believe that change requires hope. Come to think of it, maybe a better word is faith. I don't know. But whichever it is, I know we need it. For me, the daily practice of trying to live more sustainably is hope and action. So I'll leave you with this. What are the places that make you say, oh my God? Our appreciation for those places just may be enough to make us want to do something to look after them. And who are the people you love and want to share those places with for years to come? What is your hope for the world they live in? It's my sweet Savi girl that makes me hopeful for the future and more committed than ever to leave for the best world that I possibly can. In my effort to do that, I've come to believe that one of the most important things that we can all do, we must do really, is hold on to the hope or faith behind our desire to live more sustainably. And let's hold on tight, y'all, because our world depends on it.